routine got started in the shipping container cabin in Dewey, South Dakota. It's kind of a rainy morning, and the next thing on my agenda is to go to Jewel Cave National Monument, but my tour is not till noon, so I kind of had the morning to sleep in and hang out and get some work done. A couple I stayed with in Dewey had actually moved out there only recently, like 6 or 7 years ago. Previously they had lived somewhere in northern Michigan. I don't remember exactly where, but they had moved there because the husband was a Methodist minister, and so he had moved there to serve a church, and had more recently, for really no good reason, I think just to kind of retire and do something different, they had moved out to Wyoming, bought a ranch, and have been doing that for the last 7 years. He serves a church part-time in the area, but mostly just take care of the animals, which I think is fascinating because they don't have any history of living on a farm or a ranch or any kind of setting like that, so they just kind of picked it up. I wish I'd talked to him more about exactly how that worked. Now I'm headed to the caves. I'm going to check that out, do my tour, and then keep on going back to Custer, South Dakota, where I was for part of yesterday. So about 200 miles of Jewel Cave have actually been explored so far, but that's only about 3 to 5% of what is actually there in the cave. It's the third largest in the world and the most actively explored. So it's actually a bunch of amateurs that do the exploration. There's not like professional rangers that go do it. It's just people that want to go out and spend like 4 or 5 days getting to the edge of the current exploration and then pushing on further than that into the depths of the cave. Leaving the caves, I went and hung out in Custer, South Dakota for a little while. Got a burrito because South Dakota is so well known for their Mexican food. And then kept on driving out along the Peter Norbeck Scenic Byway on a part that I hadn't gotten to yesterday. And then from there went up to Rapid City, which is the biggest town in western South Dakota. Not as big as Sioux Falls in the east, but the second biggest in the state. I saw this store called the Prairie's Edge, which is has a ton of local art, and especially Native American art, on display and for sale. It was pretty. Right now I'm on South Dakota 44, which is this famous little scenic byway that goes from Rapid City through Buffalo Gap National Grassland and through this little sliver of the Badlands National Park. In the Badlands is a North Unit and South Unit, just like in Teddy Roosevelt National Park, except these are connected. And so South Dakota 44 takes you through this small part of the national park and then out to the eastern edge of the North Unit. I'm not headed all the way out to the eastern edge tonight. I'm going up to Sage Creek Campground, which is on the northern part of the Northern Unit, to camp out tonight, and then tomorrow morning do some hiking, head into Wall, and then drive out back to the lead.